everyone, welcome back to 25 days until Christmas. I cannot believe it is towards the end and whatnot. And if you are yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Hannah, and I am so happy that you are here in today's video. And don't mind the voice in my tone and my stuffed up nose. I am towards the end of my cold and whatnot, so hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, my cold is gone. So yeah, I am going to be reading some stories for you guys, so let's just get right into this video. My family was something that bothers us at night. It waits until you are at the fullest of sleep or already asleep. And then it vibrates the bed. This has happened to 5+ people in multiple houses and hotels across multiple states. People who have not been directly vibrated have felt the vibration by placing their heads on the bed of the person who was just woken up. I am a scientist and was a firm non-believer of the supernatural or religious ideas like ghosts. It was so easy to discover until it happens to you. Until something happens to you, which there is no logical reason. There is no way to collect any evidence. And so far as I can tell, there is no way to make it stop. This has been going on for about 27 years. The next one is, I live next to the Civil War battlefield. We had a lot of weird experiences in and outside of the house. Random music, whispering, footsteps, hearing things fall upstairs, but nothing was out of place when you check. Feeling of someone sitting next to you, and so on forth. I haven't had any weird experience since I relocated. The next one didn't happen to me, but years ago, my sister was house sitting, and I guess the house just gave her an odd feeling. Dogs would react to nothing, unexplained sounds, etc. She ended up asking our dad to stay with her the next night, and he said the place just felt weird. My sister mentioned it to the homeowner when they got back, and that's when she told her the house was haunted. Left that little detail when asking her to house sit. The next one is, my grandma was forced out of nature, and I love her. When my grandma died, my relatives locked up the house, and it remained untouched for 10 years. Hey, we're unexpected for regular bi-weekly cleanings. I eventually bought the house and started clearing things out because everything was exactly how it was the day that she died. The first night we were in the house, it was hot as Hades, but my kids, teenagers, tried on grandma's fancy robes, jewelry, etc. The rooted through dressers and trunks. It was all fun and games until it wasn't. In the middle of the night, my 19-year-old daughter came running into our bed, crying and yelling about the woman standing at the end of her bed. It seems it got very cold in her room, and she sat up and pulled up the quilt. A woman was standing at the end of her bed staring. Beds were original to the house. We laughed and poo-pooed her, and she refused to return to that room, so she stayed in our bed that night and many nights to follow. I did tell her that we were sleeping in the bed where my grandfather died, and she vowed never again to return. On the second night in the house, my husband woke up and asked who was in the hallway, thinking it was one of our kids. He got up to look around, but saw no one. It was one of the girls in their robes heading for the bathroom, except it wasn't. My husband, the nuclear scientist, decided it was just the headlights passing by. My beloved voice of reason. A few weeks passed and all was quiet except for the middle of the night smell of brewing coffee and burnt toast, my grandpa's favorite breakfast. My daughter went next door to the cousin's house to let out the dog and returned with a picture of a family reunion. She pointed out my grandmother and said that was the lady standing at the end of my bed. She had never met her great-grandmother. I went down to the basement, chatted with Grandma, telling her that while I loved her presence there, she was scaring the kids. I told her that I loved her and would take care of the house she and my grandfather built, and that it was okay for her to move on. Been quiet ever since. I'm going to be reading one more for you guys. So, I grew up in a haunted house. It's funny reading through these threads and seeing the mental gymnast people will to do explain things. I was furnished, or maybe unfurnished, in seeing irrefutable proof of my activity. The previous owners of the house had a 2-year-old child died in the house. Well, I would have to clean little handprints off of my mirror weekly. I was the youngest, and my hands were much larger than the prints. It wasn't a one-off either. One-off phenomenon either. Maybe a neighbor's toddler was sleepwalking at night, sneaking in our house, dragging a step stool into my room, touching my mirror, putting the step stool back, and locking up on his way out. Anyway, there was a lot more than that going on, but it's one that couldn't be explained by wind or house settling, tricking of the eye, carbon monoxide, etc. My advice to you is to ignore it. The more attention you pay to it, the more frequently the wind will blow your blinds and open and slam your doors. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on these stories, and if any of these ever happened to you, feel free to share it in the comments below. And if you are yet subscribed and enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe button because I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I hope to see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out the description below. Thanks.